Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Sean, this is the Game Room, and we are continuing with our Cyberpunk two-player box set painting of the Maelstrom. This is video number 4, and in this one we're going to paint Ripper. We're going to attempt to do something a little different in this video. If you've watched my other videos, I tend to speed it up, in the boring parts, just so I can make a 30-minute video down to 20 or 15 minutes, just so that I'm painting the same color, you get the idea. I'm going to attempt to paint this guy straight through as quick as possible without having to do that. I made my paint choices. I hope they're good. We'll see how it goes. Ripper, here's what we're working with. Now, I did use a different head, but you get the idea of kind of what I'm going to go for, except the pants are going to be snakebite leather, and I've got a couple of different colors that I'm going to try. So let's see how fast I can get him done and see if we can do it without having to edit the tape, so you can kind of see real time where we're at. Okay, so we're going to start with warrior skin, a little different and make him a little darker. And we are at 1 minute and 30 seconds. Alright, not that I'm trying to set a record or anything. I'm just curious as to how long this is going to take. Now, he's got bare skin under here. Why do this now, you might ask? Mainly just because the editing process takes so long. If you make videos, you know what I'm talking about, or if you've got somebody else doing your editing for you, you're damn lucky. But I do everything myself, so when the videos are done, then they have to go to the computer to be edited, and that all just takes time. And it would be a whole lot easier if I can just take the file and just stick it into my intro and ending and be done. But anyway, editing is kind of fun if I need to add pictures, things like that. But like I said, it just takes time. Anyway, we'll see if I'm successful with this little experiment. Okay. Skin. Now, that on top of his head is a metal plate, which we're going to need to get, but I'm going to go ahead and do his hair next. And for his hair, I'm going to do Speed Paint 2.0 Purple Swarm, just to vary things up a little bit. Alright, now, that's the other thing I usually, skip, is so you don't have to listen to me swish water, clean my brushes, etc. Alright, so I think for his undershirt, I'm going to go with, let's do Maelstrom green contrast paint. I'm sure there is a speed paint equivalent. I don't have it, so I don't know what it is. And that's just going to be for his undershirt. Right there. All right. What's next? Pants, and then we can do boots and leather pouches. Oh, you know what? I was going to use snakebite leather for the pants. I think I'm going to save those for the leather pouches. Well, I could do the leather pouches in a different color. What other color do we do the pants in? We can do the shirt. Let's do the jacket. The jacket, I'm going to try this Tyrian Navy Speed Paint 2.0, mainly because I just haven't used it before. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll try that out, see how it looks. Alright, just trying to get it down into those crevices. I do like that color. That looks really good. Be very careful around these areas that I've already painted or areas that are going to be a different color completely. Otherwise I'm going to need to go back over those with the gray sear base. But the jacket looks pretty good. Alright, next up. What color to do the pants? What color to do the pants? Pants. Well, they're kind of a red in the picture. I mean, I guess it's brown, but oops, sorry. It's kind of a reddish brown, like maybe Gorgrunta fur is kind of a reddish brown. Shake that up while we think about what's next. Now he's got, I'm going to assume, well, in the picture, he's not wearing a glove. He's not wearing gloves. Alright, well, you know what? I'm going to go with the picture. Let's go back to our warrior skin and go ahead and paint in the hand as if he's not wearing a glove. Same thing over here. Okay. Alright, Gorgrunta fur. Oops, sorry. I mean to bump you there. Gorgrunta fur for the pants. Let's see how that goes. Or Gilliman flesh. Ooh, Gilliman flesh has a much... Gilliman flesh. See, this is the stuff that I normally cut out that you don't get to see me suffer through, especially when I'm trying to do this as quick as possible. All right, Gilliman flesh is what we're going to do the pants in. I think. Yeah, we'll do it in that. It's got a reddish tint to it, and so why all of this fuss over Cyberpunk? Well, it just came in, and it's a fantastic game. If you watched my the other videos, we also got into Bushido while we were at Gen Con. The Cyberpunk just really, and we'll be doing more videos and stuff on that, but Cyberpunk just really, it was a very easy, simple game to play. Anyway, I just had a blast at Gen Con with it. So we got a couple new miniatures games to play. Cyberpunk is just the first one that I'm diving into. As far as just the painting stuff goes, we're also learning Bushido at the same time. Anyway, back to Cyberpunk. Alright, I think the rest of that's going to be snakebite leather. But I had both last year and this year, the demo that I had was really, really good. Isaac was fantastic. He was really good, knows the system well, is a great teacher, and he's just a lot of fun. So it was a good time, good experience. All right, let's get back to the paint. That one's done. I think we're going to do his boots in black. So let's go to Speed Paint Grim Black. I have a cultist cloak already out. Let's use a cultist cloak. I don't know what that looks like. It looks like kind of a black. Let's use that on his boots. See what it looks like. Okay. And what else can we do in black? We're gonna, or this cultist cloak, just to kind of tie some things together. We're gonna do these straps that are holding on the knee pad. Here. Gilliman. What's next? Well, let's see. We still have armor to do, and then we'll wash that. Let's go ahead and do the snakebite leather. All right, we're going to use snakebite leather, contrast paint. What are we at? We're at 16 minutes right now. And that's going to be for leather holster. Okay. Now I will. The base is going to take time. It just does. So how do we combat that with this? Well, you know what? Since he's just stuck on like all the rest, I didn't glue you down. No way, I didn't glue. Did I glue him in? Maybe he was one of the first ones I did. Damn it. I hope I didn't glue you in. I should have checked this first. I did glue him in! Son of a gun. Alright, well. Let's go ahead and start the base, and then we'll come back and finish him up, which is going to be a little more of a challenge now, but I will figure something out. Like glue dots. Or not. Alright, we'll try glue dots and see if that'll hold him on there. Let's get our asphalt diorama. Remember, we're trying to complete the whole guy as quick as possible. So, with that, now I the base in black first, just to ward off evil spirits. So we'll do that real fast. Get our asphalt. No, I put our asphalt on here. I like this stuff. I'd never learned about it until just a few days ago. And a friend of mine was telling me, yeah, it makes it look like, you know, standing in the middle of a highway. I was like, let's try it out. And it does. It does a great job. All right, that's going to take a little bit to dry. So, cap that back up. Move that over here, come back to this guy, and let's go ahead and do our gunmetal silver. Metallic paint from Army Painter. And that's going to be for the metal parts, which there's quite a few. So we'll start with the shield, or his knee pad shield here. And this will get a wash to help clean that all up. I'm going to do this whole shoulder pad in silver. The wash will break this up to allow you, or just it'll break it up and make it just get into those recesses, just give it some depth. And I'll show you what I mean here. I mean, okay, so if you look at that, I mean, it looks good, it's silver. Now when we add the wash, it's really going to help bring it out. I don't really know how to explain it any better than that. These little white spots, those are part of his pants. I always paint over those, and I want to come back with the Gilman flesh and paint in the belt straps. I always forget about the belt straps. Alright, we are getting close to well, every time I say we're almost done, I find more stuff that needs to be painted. Come back. But the silver, there's a lot of the silver that needs to be used, and some very places. Some very tight places you need to be very careful with when painting yours. I don't want to get it like all over his hand that we've already painted and with a wash, because it's going to be a pain to try to correct. So just be careful. Again, there's absolutely no reason for you to try to go as fast as I am. This is normally the time I would just have sped this all up, because you get the idea. We're painting all the silver in. Now, if you prefer me to keep the videos as short as possible and not do this in the future, let me know in the comments. And I will just go back to editing the way I have in the past. A friend of mine keeps telling me I should just go to doing these live. Problem is I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to paint most of the time. I don't have like a, oh, here's the time that I can paint from this to this, and I could just do a live stream. He's right, that would make it easier, but I don't have that luxury. So I paint when I can, record them, and get them out to you as quick as possible. Sorry, I think I was blocking your view there. And I don't have any big fancy cameras. I have a camcorder basically over there, and then I use my phone. I used to have an iPhone. Now I have an Android. Jury's still out on whether or not I like the Android over the iPhone, but anyway, don't want to get into a Android iPhone debate. That's not the point. Point is, I use my phone. And it's got a pretty good camera on it, so. He does look like he's got something over his eyes, so I'm going to need a smaller brush for that. Okay, well, I think that's the silver. Sorry, I bumped you. You're in a bad spot. Ugh, I need to clean that brush out better. Okay, let's go ahead and fix our belt. And we're almost dry. We're getting there. Fix our belt loop there. That was pretty much it. Okay. Now, the gun. We could continue with the gunmetal. We could switch over to a black and do the gun in black, and then we could dry brush it. Oh, I haven't shown y'all a dry brush in a while. Let's do that. Let me have a black. Let's just do matte black. All right, nothing big and exciting. It's just black. And I am almost out of matte black. I'm going to need to get some more. We're going to, if you're curious, I'm using a Ghost 2 brush. If you watch my other videos, I tend to use these until I kill them. And then I'll switch to a different brush. But, you know, if it's good and it works, stick with it. Alright, continuing, we've got to finish the gun here, and the dry brush will really bring out all this detail that you're probably losing by painting this just a flat black, so just bear with us. And as soon as this paint's dry, we'll dry brush it, and actually we're going to dry brush it with the gunmetal silver. Why? One, to keep the palette as minimal as possible, so you don't need to go out and buy a million different paints, unless you want to. Hey, if you see behind me, I got tons, but I tend to use, you know, only certain ones, only so many. I will get around to using the others just to see how they all work. And I'm going to paint these clips back here also in black, and we'll dry brush those to give them that metallic look. And our base looks like it's almost dry. Okay, well, alright, that needs to dry. Let's rinse our brush. Let's go over to the base. I want to do what are we at? 32 minutes. So we're really right at about 30 minutes of non-stop painting, so not bad. For the base, I'm going to do a yellow hazard line. If you've watched the other videos, we've been doing these just to make it look like a street. Not a big one. I'm just going to do it like right over here. What I do is oops, sorry, completely off the screen. My apologies. I lay down the baseline and then I'll go back and I'll clean it up. Here. Alright, we need our dark tone. Our dark tone is going to wash all of the metallic parts. So, quick shade dark tone from Army Painter. Probably need a little bit more. And get a wash brush. I'm using a Ghost 5 here. I'm not watering this down because I want the darker look. This is Cyberpunk. So I want that darker, gritty, not shiny corporate newness. These guys this is a street gang. They're rough, they're tough, they augment their body. See how that's getting in there and really bringing that silver out? Let me show you a little bit closer. Let's look at that shoulder pad. Remember the shoulder pad I was showing you? Now I'm going to hit it with the wash. Now, if you don't want it this dark, water it down. If you use the soft tone or the strong tone, those are both a brown type of wash, and gives you a completely different look. Okay, that's going to see how it really darkens that silver down, kind of brings it to life. You'll see as we get down into these crevices that you can't really see with that silver. When you put the wash on it, the wash will just sit down into those crevices and really just helps bring it to life. Okay, one more place for the wash is going to be up here along his head. He's got these, going back to the silver, he's got these little metal pins right there. And can we do something with his eyes? Since his eyes do look augmented, screwed that up. Alright, so made a mistake and quickly just got my brush wet and wiped it off. And I have a tinier brush that I'm going to use just to try and dot his eye, like right there. That's it. Okay. Our base is still a little wet. How's the black? Black looks dry. Alright, let's go to our silver. Alright, back to gunmetal. Just a little bit, and I'm going to get a dry brush. Now, dry brush is, got an army painter dry brush here. It has stiff bristles, and the way this works is you're going to load your brushes up with paint, and then on a dry paper towel, not a wet one, dry paper towel, you're going to wipe most of it off. Okay, and then over the model we're going to go back and forth. Just flick it real quick. It's called dry brush because your brush is relatively dry. I'm doing a little heavier here because I want more of a metallic sheen to his gun. You go as light or as heavy as you want. It's your model. Don't let anybody tell you different. Alright. But as you can see, we went from a black. It picks up the raised areas really, really well. We are sitting at 39 minutes. I hope that YouTube doesn't get mad at me because since I'm not editing this video down, it's gonna be pushing a long time. Alright, for the yellow, hazard yellow. But, you know, the model is pretty much done. And, you know, it didn't take a ton of time. But I'm just going to go over that with the yellow. The gray sear base under this is really just to give the yellow something to sit on, something to hold. Do it over the dark black. It won't be as yellow, and I want it to look like a street paint, traffic paint. Okay, well, he is basically done. And let's take a look. Not too bad. I wasn't actually going for exactly what's on the card, but not too bad. We are at 41.5 minutes. So 40 minutes to get him painted and get the base almost complete. But we're going to attempt to glue him on here. That is always fun. Okay, so I'm going to show you a trick that I've been doing for countless years. Green stuff. If you have green stuff is what they used to actually make the models out of, when they were sculpting them. But you can use it for gap filling, things like that. I actually use it for something completely different. I use it to hold stuff in place while it glues. So I take very little of the green stuff, a little bit of blue, a little bit of yellow, mix it together until it's green. And this is great if you need to fill a gap. This is great if you need to solve a simple problem, to fix something. But what I'm trying to do here is I just need something to hold him in place long enough for the glue to set. So what I really need is just a tiny little bit of what I just mixed together. And I'm going to stick that right here on the bottom of his foot, just to give him something to hold on to. I'm going to put my super glue on the bottom of his feet. And let's put him like that. Alright, the only thing left is to paint the rim of the base, but we are sitting at 43 minutes, non-stop, no editing, so it's a long video. If you painted along with us, we got quite a bit accomplished. We got the entire model painted. He went pretty quick, it wasn't long, didn't take very long at all, and 40 videos, almost 45 minutes now, so a minute and a half. We talked about it, then we started. Waited for the base to dry. He was pretty much done at 30-35 minutes, give or take. The base took a little bit, but I am going to let him sit before I paint the rim of the base, so I will show you the final pictures of him here at the end. But anyway, that's it, guys. He's basically finished, and I just got to paint the base, but he needs to set. He needs to dry. Hold on there, since I glued him in. He was probably the first one that I did where I drilled the hole, and I don't know why I would have glued him in place knowing that I still had to do the base, but I did. So popped him off, so that's why he needs to be stuck on and let him dry. If you did it the way you did the other ones, where they're not glued in, you can pop it out, well, then that's easy. We can glue the stem and stick it in, and that'll hold while you paint the rest of the rim of the base and be complete. Okay. So anyway, guys, as always, I hope this helped. Thanks for watching. Do you like this style? Do you want me to go back to editing the videos down and making them shorter? Or do you want to, the long one where you sit here and you watch me do the whole thing with nothing sped up? So let me know what you think. Cyberpunk Red, fantastic game, great minis, and as always, please like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. What games are you painting? Find us on Facebook at The Game Room, Texas Gamer Geeks, and join the conversation there. As always, thanks for watching. Bye now.